What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I'm here to review a film that I saw back when it came out, and I've seen it a couple times since, but I haven't reviewed it yet. So, Sorority Row is a 2009 film that, honestly, I saw this movie before I was aware of the fact that it was a remake. Apparently there's a film called The House of Sorority Row that this is based on. Also Seven Sisters, it's a novel that it's based on. But in any event, I remember seeing this movie way back when and thinking, wow, this was when I was used to so many crappy, shitty horror films that did a lot of the same thing. This was a pleasant surprise. I rewatch it now and I still have fun with it. I still enjoy it. It was directed by Stuart Hedler, and the plot is we follow a bunch of sorority sisters who one night during a party, they pull a prank on one of their ex-boyfriends because he cheated on them, even though she cheated first, but whatever. So the prank is that they're going to pretend that one of the girls, while she's hooking up with the guy, that she dies because she overdosed or whatever that you have you. So he's freaking out. They drive out in the middle of nowhere because they're pretending that they're going to get rid of the body. And so, of course, him believing this and him freaking out, him being very distraught, he stabs the girl in the chest because he thinks they need to deflate her lungs, right? To put her in the water. Oops! Because she wasn't really dead. So now, she is dead. Now, they do have to hide the body. They do have to keep this a secret. They do have to hopefully make sure nobody ever finds out about this until some time later somebody does find out about it. Somebody is going after them and killing them off one by one. Like I said, I really enjoy this film. I don't know what it is because I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score and it's not like in the 20s, and I'm like, man, that's pretty low. I guess where it starts is the plot, the premise. Yes, this was a dumb prank. Yes, this is something that they never should have done, and it's absolutely horrible. But the biggest thing is that for how long they keep this prank up. I mean, it's one thing to do the prank, but to continue it and drag it on and to have it end up where it goes. You can't really blame the dumb guy for doing what he does because they're the ones that kept it going for so long. And once you're put into a situation, once they have to end up making this pact where they are going to keep this a secret, they are going to get rid of the dead body in the well, and they're not going to talk about it because they're worried about their futures. It reminded me very much of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Sure, maybe not as well written or the setup not being as intricate and making more sense, but still, it's still a situation that if you find yourself in, what would you do? Would you do something like this? And so that I enjoy. The actresses, all of the girls in the sorority in this movie, I pretty much enjoy all of them. I can't think of any of them that I don't like. Brianna Evigan plays the main character, Cassidy. She's the one who was so against this. She didn't know about the prank in the first place. Yeah, she went along with it, but once it got to a point where the girl is dead, she didn't want anything to do with it. She was like, no, we have to call the cops. We have to do something. They had to get rid of her while they were dumping the body, so she had to go off and call because there was no reception on the phone, and you had to do everything that you could for this girl, for Cassie, to not be involved one way or another. She has to be the complete innocent one here because even when she comes back and sees what they did and says, I'm gonna go tell, like, this is ridiculous, and they all agree, they all become bitches and say, well, we're just gonna all agree and say that you did it. Oops! So again, the deck is stacked against poor Brianna Evigan. I like her as an actress. I feel like I don't see her or haven't seen her in a lot of things. I remember she was in Mother's Day. I haven't seen the Step Up movies that she was in, but I do like her. Jamie Chung, Rumor Willis, Bruce Willis's daughter, and Margot Harshman, who I was looking at her, she plays Chugs. I was looking at her and thinking, why does her face look so familiar? She just feels like somebody that I know from something else. Oh shit, she was on Even Stevens as like the best friend. What? what is up with these Disney Channel kids and stars? They grow up to become complete whores or drug addicts, even if it's in a movie. I don't know what she is like in real life. But her character is so kind of gross in some ways about how many guys she's sleeping with, how much drugs she does. But she was very good in the film, other than the moment when she turned on Cassie. Leah Pipes, I should mention her as Jessica because she's the biggest bitch that you've ever seen, ever. She's so annoying. Her voice is grating with everything that she says. She's so unlikable. But the actress was good because there did come a time where she sort of stood up for herself in a different way that made me kind of turn around on her. I mean, look, you have to go through a lot, though, to get to that. And the secret pact, it's something that I think made me wonder whether or not these sorority girls were ever really friends in the first place, or if they're only joined and close because of the sorority. Would they really be this close of friends if it wasn't for the college and it wasn't for this environment? And the killer being in this graduation gown, it might sound a little tacky or a little like, well, how many different outfits can we think of a killer to have to be in? But it made sense as far as not knowing who the killer could be. It could be anybody from the graduating class or anybody that might know of the prank. Hell, there's even points where rumor Willis is figuring that maybe it's Megan, it's the girl who they killed, back from the dead as a zombie or as whatever the hell she could be, looking for revenge. That would have been interesting. Of course, you have the asshole boyfriends, especially the one dude, Mickey in particular, who's just in front of his girlfriend. He's constantly hitting on girls and checking them out, but he looks under a girl's skirt right in front of his girlfriend. It's ridiculous how much Jamie Chung puts up with, but man, pathetic. And last, I want to mention Carrie Fisher plays the house mother. Very cool to see Carrie Fisher in a role like this, where she's authoritative, but she's not like a bitch. She's not so many rules. Like, she lets them party. She lets them get away with a lot of stuff. And then at the end, she gets a cool badass moment with the shotgun, where I'm like, fuck yeah, Princess Leia, kick some ass. Overall, though, look, I enjoy this movie. I can't argue with somebody who comes to me and says, dude, this movie sucks. Okay, fine, cool. But it's something that I enjoy, that I watch, and I get a kick out of. I like the premise. I like slasher movies in general, so it gets extra points for that. I like the characters. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Sorority Road. Do you like it as well? Is it a movie that you've ever even heard of? Should I watch the original because I've never seen that before? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Please won't you save my desires?